In the making. And one model of engine, you cannot believe that the engine that everyone is looking at.
No sound. Shout louder.
Hello, hello. I didn't realise I had to eat it. Right, I can keep it short and sweet. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank Julie and David for the site. Fred Lister for turning up. Most of all, let's have a brilliant day and let's beat this world record. I'm going to pass it over now to Fred Lister. Thank you, Fred.
This is a very honoured moment for me. An honoured moment for me. I never dreamt until John asked me that I would even be talking to anybody, whether I'm opening talk to anyone for people. Now, the bit he wrote for me, I better read it because he's special on writing it. And I say, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honoured to be here today to celebrate 90 years since the Lister D-type was first sold by my family, R.A. Lister and Sons of Dursley. The Lister D was one, if not the most successful engines ever produced by a British company to power industry and farming. And for many generations, this has carried out utmost loyal service and helped to make lives easier by doing jobs which were previously would have been done manually. The D-type was produced in 1926, 90 years ago, and underwent a few design changes, but the basic design stayed the same throughout its long production life, until its demise in 1962, although a few old stock engines were supplied after that date. Listers prided themselves in providing a quality product at a reasonable and affordable price and longevity. And the longevity of the D-type has to be admired forever, as many were working to within inches of their lives, yet still plodding on regardless, and you have recovered and rebuilt some wonderful ones. I've seen some wonderful rebuilds around here. Now, the story of the Lister engine goes a bit like a novel, because R.A. Ashton Lister, Robert Ashton Lister, my grandfather, he had already gone into public life, and my father had become the managing director, chief executive officer, as they call him today, of R.A. Lister and Sons. And by a fluke, literally a fluke, he bumped into Mr. Southwell in London. And Mr. Southwell had this drawing with him, or drawings, of an engine. And my father, they fell over a pile of horse manure, I can tell you that. And the two of them picked themselves up, and my father said, oh, hello, where are you going? And he told him he was going down to Petters to give this engine to Petters. And my father said, he was an entrepreneur, not an engineer, said to him, why don't you come here? And this is where he did. And Mr. Southwell became the manager of the production line, the engine production line. This was all done without my grandfather knowing. When my grandfather found out about it, my father said to him, you know, the internal combustion engine, father, is going to be the thing of the future. Everybody will have internal combustion. He said, I don't want anything to do with an internal combustion engine. And he never really forgave my father for doing this. And of course it was rubbing salt into the wound when it all proved so successful. However, that's another story. The family had a major schism, and my father was sent, during the war, he went to work with Lloyd George and the army, the armaments shortages when the British industry went into making guns, and not only guns, but ammunition and shell cases. Listers made shell cases and things. And at the end of the war, in which many of the Lister engines were used, but my father had nothing to do with that, but the situation was that Germany owed us a lot of money, and so did Canada. The Canadian farmers owed Listers a lot of money. So my father was sent to collect money, and he went to Germany first, where he realised that the Deutschmark was falling by as you looked at it, and finished up settling the debts of all Lister debtors by a discount of 60% payable in Deutschmarks. So he finished up with a van load of Deutschmarks, which he had the gall, I suppose, and anyway he had the idea the best thing to do was to turn this into something rather than paper. And he went to Bavaria and bought a hotel. I'll say no more. A hotel in Bavaria. And when he came back, his sons, I'm the second family, the sons, which were Percy, Robert, and I think George, but Frank was too young. They enjoyed the pleasures of the hotel in Bavaria and thought it was great. You see, grandfather was not happy about this, and as a result, sent him to Canada to get the money from Canada. He was a Canadian. Well, the Canadians had borrowed money from their banks and were writing us checks to pay their bills, and the checks were not being honoured. And the result was that we weren't getting any money from them. So my father had sent a cable to my grandfather, his father, to say that, you might just as well get a blood out of the stone, you can't get it. Sue the banks if you want to get the money. Just try suing the banks. Well, what can you do? You can't sue a bank. So he stayed in Canada where he met my mother, and along came the second family. I'm that second family. So we are Canadians, and the first family were English. So, but we all got on well together. I didn't meet my half-brothers for many years. I met Percy and my brother, Hugh, which is over there. He became a physician to his half-brother, Sir Percy, when Sir Percy lived up here at Stinchcombe House. So, all in all, it's a family affair. And I am sure that up there, they are looking down on us to think that we, and you in particular, have put your heart and soul, and I've spoken to some of you, into rebuilding these engines and putting them back on the road, and the young people are doing it as well. Yes, long may it continue. I look after a museum down in Budley Salterton, which my son and daughter-in-law have, and we have 2 Lister engines down there. I think we have another one down in Cornwall, but I don't know. And you have galvanized me into making sure that I get these 2 bang up to rights, as it were. Okay? Well, now I declare this place open. Now, John, do I wait?
A door in or this door in here?
And you're in find the place.
Is she here? No. Well, we can have a minute's silence now if you want to.
As this is the 90th anniversary of the D-type engine, and dear David Edgington was one of the masterminds behind in his memory. He would have been doing this for me. He would have been doing this for me. So I would ask you to, for a minute silence.